Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. I'm happy to have you here and welcome to another weekly reading. So we are about to dive into yet another week ahead. We get a ton of details. If you haven't watched one of my weekly readings, welcome. Yeah, we get a tarot card for the next 7 days. Every single day we get charms. We work with oracle cards. I change the decks up every week as well. So today we have a crystal theme and we use the tea leaf cards. We've got a lot of detail, a lot of layers today. In today's reading, I was kind of, I don't know, not surprised because I feel like we get a lot of detail every week, but I don't know, something about today I felt like we got extra detail, especially with the charms and just different random things that were coming up. So I'm looking forward to reading your comments and hearing what you think. Today we've got a crystal theme, as you can see, and I've got something very special to share with you in just one moment, but I do want to show you the groups. For today's special guest oracles, we're working with the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck, and we've got the Crystal Spirits Oracle to choose from today. So I just went with my 2 crystal decks as well as the tea leaf cards as well. We always use those. So let me show you what we have. I'll show you the crystals that we have to choose from, and then I'll give you a keyword that might help you select. So for group 1, we have the Amethyst card. And the number on this card is 4. And some keywords or some energy that the amethyst carries would be intuition, clarity, sort of a calming energy with amethyst. So if you're drawn to that energy, that will be your group. Then for group 2, we've got the Jade crystal. And this can be connected to abundance and stability. So if you feel drawn to group 2, this is your card, and the number on the card is 27 if that helps you select. And then finally, group 3, you might be drawn to the Rose Quartz, number 48. And to me, Rose Quartz is all about love, self-love included. So if this is what you're drawn to, this will be your group. So groups 1, 2, 3. Let's take a deep breath together. This might help you decide. No rush. Pause the video if you'd like. Now, I actually have something really special to share with you. You might remember a few weeks ago, I featured the bracelet set from Otter Spirit, and I talked about why I selected it. This bracelet set had to do with healing my relationship with money. I did a whole video about that. And actually, Otter Spirit sent me some more jewelry to show you. And this set I am so excited for. I haven't worn it yet. I've actually been holding on to it. I've got a special occasion coming up that I'm saving it for with a special dress. Like, I've got an intention for it, so that's why I'm saving it. But I'm really looking forward to that in a couple of weeks. And I'll show you what I ended up choosing. So I was very drawn to this set. This is the Amethyst drop necklace. Let me just show you how beautiful. So this is the Amethyst necklace. And look at the earrings to match. This jewelry is absolutely breathtaking. It just, the whole experience is wonderful. The boxes, which I'll show you in a minute, these would make a spectacular gift. The quality, it's absolutely exquisite jewelry. So this is the amethyst drop earrings. And you can see like how unique each crystal is. Like, they're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, like I said, I haven't worn it yet. I'm saving it for something. And I chose amethyst because it's known to attract calming energy. And that's sort of what I'm really needing right now. I talked last week about how my life, I'm going through lots of changes and I've been just feeling anxious and just, I guess, unsteady. I don't know how to describe it, but this was the set that I was immediately pulled towards. So that's what I based my decision on. I was just pulled towards the amethyst crystal. I was pulled towards this set, and I think it'll really look nice with the dress that I'm wearing. But Otter Spirit is fantastic. So you can use my code. I do have a code, CHARMED20, for 20% off of your purchase. So if you do use that code, I do receive a small commission. So thank you in advance. But even if you just want to go check out their jewelry, you can browse based on your intention, based on crystal, based on maybe what you're trying to attract. So when I was looking for this, bracelet set, I was more so focused around finances and stability and money, whereas with this, I was looking more for something, I guess, just calming, something to help me tune in to my intuition. I find I like amethyst actually in my bedroom. That's an energy I like to bring into my bedroom. When I opened up the box, I just couldn't believe how beautiful, and I'm looking forward to wearing them for sure. I'll show you the box. So here's the box. So when you purchase Otter Spirit jewelry, you receive this beautiful box and this little pouch containing your jewelry. So I've already taken it out of the little packaging, but it comes really beautifully packaged. And this is why I think it would make such a lovely gift. So when you make a purchase through Otter Spirit, they give back a portion to protect sea otters. Wild otters were dangerously close to extinction, but they're recovering now thanks to conservation efforts. So if you are an otter lover like me, you can feel good about this purchase as well. But like, look, even the bracelets have a little otter. That's why I think it would be a nice gift for friends too, because to me, otters represent friendship. I don't know if you've seen the videos of them holding hands, but to me, I don't know, I always associate them with friendship. But yeah, I'm excited to be working with Otter Spirit again in this video. So if you do want to check out their website, I promise you will find a treasure, if not for yourself, for a friend. So definitely check out their website, and don't forget to use my code CHARMED20 to receive 20% off, and I'll also receive a little bonus from that. So thank you so much. And thank you so much for listening to why I chose the Amethyst set. I just think it's so beautiful, and I feel very lucky to have it. But yeah, we'll get into the reading really quickly. As always, my readings are meant for entertainment purposes. Have fun with it, especially the weekly readings. You know, not every week we're going to be predicting huge life-changing things. Sometimes weeks, you know, little random things will just pop up. So have fun with it. If you get a challenging card on any day, please do not let that set you up for a bad week or a bad day. We always figure it out. We navigate the energies. So I'm excited to hear what you think. Please comment below what group that you feel drawn to. And if you feel drawn to a particular card today, definitely maybe that's your sign as to like what to search for on Otter Spirit if you are interested in checking them out, because I know they have some rose quartz pieces. Obviously they have this beautiful amethyst set. They've got so much more. They've got jade pieces, so absolutely gorgeous jewelry. Check it out. So today's card that you were drawn to might be a clue as to the energy that you're trying to invite in. So let's jump into the reading. I will put the timestamps below, and we will start with group number 1. Hello, group 1. If you chose the amethyst crystal, then this is your messages for the week ahead. We're going to get you some tarot. We're going to get you oracle cards. We're going to find out what is in store for you this week. So let's start with your oracles. We've got a crystal theme today. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit today. I keep coughing, so I'll have to cut that out if it gets to be too much. But yeah, we're working with the Crystal Spirits deck today. This is the one that you chose from. And we have the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. So I will be reading from this today, most likely. But yeah, let's see what we've got. So Amethyst is the crystal you chose. You've got Selenite here with Clear the Clutter. Amethyst is a very intuitive crystal, okay? So you might be very tapped into your intuition this week, feeling more connected to your intuition. Ooh, vacation. You've got some nice cards. You've got coins, so money will be coming to you, and kite, vacation. Oop, got cards falling out of the bowl here. I wish I literally sat down and my voice started going. So I don't know. Okay. But yeah, amethyst is a very intuitive crystal. You might feel especially tapped into your intuition this week. And I feel like your intuition is telling you what you need to clear out of your life, because you've got selenite, clear the clutter. So yeah, this could be the kind of week where suddenly you're very annoyed by excess clutter or things kind of like, you know, just too much stuff, right? I'm a collector, so I even get this feeling, even though I like having like all of my collections and treasures everywhere. Sometimes you just get to the point where you need some space. So yeah, think about what that might be. Like this week, is there a closet that's just been accumulating stuff? There's certain areas of your home too that might be hotspots. So areas that just for some reason always attract clutter. It might be a table, a certain area of your counter. It could be like a chair by the front door, a room that you kind of just shove things in. That's what I do. My spare room right now is just like pretty much where I just put things if I don't want to deal with it. So this is a good week to tackle this. Okay, your intuition might be kind of nudging you towards this. And there could be a reason for it. Could be to do with vacation. It could be that you've got time off, so now is a good opportunity to do that. Not that you want to spend your whole vacation, sorry, there's something in my eye. But yeah, not that you want to spend your whole vacation organizing, but sometimes it is a matter of, okay, now I have the time, let me tackle this. So yeah, you could be clearing out some clutter. This could be more symbolic too. There could be something about even clearing out like just stagnant energy that you're holding on to. It could be like paperwork, it could be old photos, it could be memories or something like that. So you're definitely in a phase this week where you're just craving the calm and the serenity that comes with less clutter around you, okay? You might have a sudden urge to just like get rid of things this week and possibly even sell things because you do have coins. So I don't know, I just went yard sailing yesterday. So maybe this is a good week to start organizing a yard sale or something like that. Or even if you don't want to go to that trouble, because I know it's a big job to do that, but, or if you don't have as much stuff to do that, things like Facebook Marketplace, things like that could be a way to clear out the clutter and make extra money, okay? So that could be on your mind this week. But you do have money coming to you. This could be money that you're putting away to save for a vacation. This could be like getting vacation pay or something like that this week. I'm trying to think of what else. What's interesting is the money that I see you receiving this week, you're not wanting to spend on more stuff. Like that doesn't see, like I'm not seeing you rushing out to buy more stuff this week because you do seem to be in a very let's clear stuff out kind of mind frame this week. So I'm not seeing you like buying stuff necessarily, but there could be money coming in that you're deciding to save. But just something about the coins, I'm getting like little bits of money adding up. So even like what I said with the Facebook Marketplace or selling some stuff, it's pretty amazing how it can add up. Like you could literally sell 5 things that are just collecting dust in your basement or your attic or a closet or something like that, like the old air fryer you never use. Like this could be the week to clear that out, make some extra money for yourself. And I do see that some of you are maybe paying for a vacation or saving it for something that could be a vacation that you take later perhaps, okay? And like I said, some of you are getting vacation pay. So let's see what else might be going on. There could be more to that as well. You could have vacation planned, or you could hear about something to do with the vacation this week. Someone else could be on vacation, possibly visiting you or something. But let's see what the tarot says. The tarot always adds extra layers, so we'll see what comes up with the tarot cards. We've got you 7 cards. Please have fun with the cards. If you get a challenging card, it does not mean that your week is going to be bad at all. We're just looking at the energies this week that we might notice and how to navigate them. So let's see what's coming in Monday. You've got the Magician. Tuesday, 10 of Swords. Wednesday, you've got Page of Wands. Thursday, Ace of Wands, beautiful. Friday, the World. Saturday, you've got 4 of Pentacles, and closing off the week with the Lovers. Okay. All right, 2 of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah, I do see when this money comes to you, you're trying to maybe budget it or trying to determine like where's the best place to put this money. I am seeing some of you this week are focused on saving possibly, and some of you are traveling. So that could be what you're spending this money on. You could find unexpected money in some way, or an opportunity to make a little extra money is coming up this week. It doesn't necessarily for everyone feel like huge amounts, like thousands and thousands of dollars, although it could be. I think for the most part, the energy that I'm getting with coins is like just enough to make this week feel like you've gotten a little extra or something like that, like a little bonus, a little boost or something like that. But yeah, your tarot cards are looking good. Let's get your charms. I'm just going to move my coffee up there. Group 1, what's happening this week? Coffee almost fell. Okay. All right, so interesting. I'll start at Monday, but I am noticing Tuesday, like you got the Scissors and 10 of Swords. So this is immediately drawing me to clear the clutter. I want to be honest, some of you are going through a breakup or an ending of some kind that has been painful. It's been a challenge. So you're clearing out some clutter to help heal with this, okay? So you don't have to hold on to everything. Obviously keep what you want to. It's up to you, but there is sort of a healing feeling sometimes if you just sort of release those items, because sometimes we just keep things or hold on to things just because like we don't maybe want to admit to ourselves something is over, right? Or we're still holding out hope. So if this is a relationship that you know deep down you don't want to go back to, or a place of work or situation, whatever this is, if you know deep down that you don't want to go back to this, there's nothing wrong with like releasing items that remind you of this person or situation. It kind of reminds me of, I literally just referenced this movie, so it's come up twice now this week. But the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall, in the movie, the main character is going through a painful breakup and he's like deleting pictures of her, and his brother-in-law comes over and is like, oh, you're not even doing a proper delete. He's like, well, I might want to keep them in case we get back together. And then his brother-in-law just like deletes the photos. He's like, no. So it's just funny because I think sometimes even when we know did this just land there? Did I move that? I might have done that subconsciously. I don't even know. I'll have to figure that out when I'm editing. But yeah, I think sometimes even when we know something is over and it's meant to be over, we like kind of make it harder on ourselves by like holding on to things that are keepsakes or reminders of this person. So if you can't get rid of it, like throw it out or give it away, put it somewhere where it's out of sight, at least for a while then, okay? In a box, in an attic, in the basement or something. Just so it's not like a painful, constant reminder. But of course, I mean, do what works for you, but that's what I'm getting with Clear the Clutter, the Scissors, and the Ten of Swords, okay? I'll get to what else this might be once we get to Tuesday, but I think we should start with Monday. You've got Wake Up. Okay, so Monday, you've got Wake Up. There could be a wake-up call. You've got the little fox. You've got the broom, which is really interesting with Clear the Clutter. And you've got the little shell. You've also got the Magician. So I think it's interesting. The shell really reminds me of listening to your intuition, because something about this reminds me of like an ear or something. I don't know. I always get that. But Amethyst, of course, is very connected to listening to your intuition. So this week you're very tapped into your intuition. This could be leading to some realizations or wake-up calls. You might have a wake-up call literally Monday, starting off the week. You're having this like aha clarity moment about something. And you've also got the broom. Okay, so the broom, this could be a few different things. Sometimes this reminds me of like movement. It can remind me of clearing out the energy, of course. So Monday, you might be kind of starting the day with a clean sweep, so to speak, energetically. Not only clearing out physical clutter, but just like energetic clutter. Okay, you might be opening up your windows, lighting a candle, burning some incense, blaring some music. Things that just sort of like reset the energy might be something that you're focused on. You've also got the fox. The fox makes me think of like strategy, and I'm getting with the Magician, like there's something about taking action or putting a strategy or plan into action. Here's what I want you to know this week, group one. You've got everything you need. I keep hearing a seagull out there, which is reminding me of this beach scene. So yeah, there could be like beach vacation, especially with this beautiful kite. Like I'm seeing someone at a beach this week, even if it's not traveling like to a different city or a different country or anything like that. It could literally be like taking a day off or planning Saturday to go to the beach or something like that. Because I keep hearing the seagulls, so I don't know. I just wanted to mention that. But anyways, yeah, you've got everything that you need at your fingertips, okay? And what's interesting is the fox card in the tea leaf deck is shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So I am seeing you as resourceful, okay? The Magician is very resourceful. They use the tools that they have available to make something happen. So I am feeling that this week, you're going into the week, you're starting the week feeling very confident, feeling very resourceful, very tapped into your magic, to your abilities. I'm also seeing like there's something about the image. It just looks very like organized and neat and tidy. So there's something with Clear the Clutter. That could be what you're doing this week, is getting your workspace literally tidy so that you can create magic, whatever that is, whether it's like organizing your paint supplies, whether that's getting your week set up and organized so that you can have the most productive week, the most magical week, you know, and just kind of let your abilities and your skills take center stage rather than getting distracted because things are unorganized or things, you know, weren't planned out well. So yeah, there's definitely something about tidying things up with Clear the Clutter, getting things kind of ready for yourself this week. It might be something like laying out your clothes for the week. It might be something like getting the fridge cleaned out so you can meal prep this week. The bag of shriveled up, dried out carrots that are, you know, in the crisper drawer in your fridge or something like that. Whatever it is, okay? I feel like this week, and this could be very practical, like with these weekly readings, sometimes weeks are just weeks. And I like to always remind people of this, like not every week is full of like massive, drastic change. You do have, you know, some pretty significant cards here, but some weeks are just like regular weeks, right? So that's why I like these weekly readings, because it just sort of prepares us for like, okay, what should I focus on this week? How do I make the most out of the next 7 days? So for you, I'm getting to start the week off Monday, Sunday, tonight maybe. Just get things sort of set up and ready for your week so you can have a very efficient and powerful week. I'm seeing that you're really setting yourself up for success this week. Okay. And let's focus on Tuesday. You've got the, oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So wake up and the Ace of Swords. I thought this was the calculator charm. I have 2 charms that look almost identical when they're turned over. So I was turning that over, expecting it to be the calculator. It's the Ace of Swords. So that makes sense with the wake up. So yeah, you're having some intense clarity in regards to like, okay, yeah, it's really over. Something's over on Tuesday. It's hitting you. The finality of it, or that this chapter, this particular chapter of this is closed, okay? So you could be getting some closure or a sense of like release with something, but it's bringing with it a sense of clarity, and aces always bring a new start. So there could be maybe a wake-up call or some clarity in regards to like why this ended or why it needed to end or something like that. So yeah, Tuesday's bringing in maybe some harsh clarity, but I think that it's exactly what you need. And this could be the day too where you're like clearing out old pictures, or just, again, like if you don't want to get rid of it, okay, if you're not ready to do that, definitely don't do that, but do things in your own time, right? I'm not telling you what to do, but this could be a day where you're choosing to like clear out some old clutter, and this could be giving you a sense of closure with the 10 of Swords. Moving on to Wednesday, you don't really have any charms, but you do have the Page of Wands. So Wednesdays and Thursday, actually, because you've got the Page and the Ace of Wands, I'm seeing midweek, your curiosity and your interest in something is sparking, okay? So there's something about a hobby, an interest, something creative, something you're passionate about, a certain goal, something you'd like to achieve is just starting to sort of brew. Wednesday, this seems to be kind of like maybe something you're just sort of thinking about in the background or just starting to kind of be curious about. There's something you feel like it's in your way. It's really not a huge deal, but for some reason it feels slightly intimidating. You could also be getting some encouragement in regards to whatever this is, but there's a new path that you're curious to venture down, okay? And this is likely something, again, that you're very passionate about, or something that could grow into a passion. I'm seeing that here with the ladybug under the mushroom, reading the book. Yeah, there's something that's like piquing your interest or kind of fascinating to you. You've got an Aquarius, okay, so that could be this cat, who this cat represents. You've got the Ace of Wands Thursday. You've got the stop sign. You've got the this is like 10 of Wands energy to me. You've got Ticket to Happiness. These are sort of right in the middle, so we'll get to those in a second. I love that you have the starfish next to the beach scene there. But yeah, Ace of Wands. I like that you have Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords on the same board today as well. But yeah, this is a card of new creative beginnings, that spark, that initial like idea. It's just the start, okay? Like I love this image. It's one of my favorite Ace of Wands because like, look at all of the possibilities, right? There's like books and painting and all of these different, like there's music notes. So this is somebody who's like just starting something, but it's linked to your passions, your creativity, like life force energy, like those things that give you a sense of excitement and enthusiasm. That's what this is about. So Wednesday, Thursday, this seems to be your focus. Also possibly taking a break, okay? So this could be when the vacation is coming in, because you've got 10 of Wands next to the stop sign. 10 of Wands, or this is not even necessarily 10 of Wands, I just always associate it with it, but this person's working really hard and you've got the stop sign. So there could be something about taking a break or a pause, okay? So that could be where vacation's coming in. You could be planning for a vacation this day, or you could have some time off, possibly. It could be saying like, I mean, school's out, right? So if you've got family, maybe this is literally something, it's like, okay, school's done. We're starting to plan our vacation, our summer vacation. So vacation might be more so a little bit more broad than just like one particular trip. It might be like, okay, someone's on vacation or my kids are on vacation now. So that could also be why you're getting organized. But yeah, there's something about some work coming to an end, something that you've been working hard on, or you're just taking a break from for a little bit. You've got ticket to happiness Thursday. There could be, I feel like that connects to whatever this Ace of Wands is, like this idea, this spark of creativity, this passion, this burst of inspiration is going to be a ticket to happiness. It's something that you can focus on. This could also be a literal ticket. There could be a message or an invitation coming in about a fun ticket on vacation. Maybe it's a comedy show, maybe it's a concert, maybe it's a festival, but there's a ticket coming in. I just bought a ticket actually for something my friends were doing. They mentioned, hey, we're going to do this thing. And I'm like, oh, that actually sounds fun. So I bought myself a ticket to that. So something like that could come up. Let's move on to Friday. You've got go for a walk. So Friday's a good day to get outside, go for a little walk. You've got the Ace of Swords again. You've got this little sword. You've got Ace of Swords twice. There could be a breakthrough in communication on Friday. I want to speak what's coming through because I'm looking at everything together. Somebody could be asking you for help or assistance on Friday. Or there could be a conversation that's particularly healing. It might not be with this person necessarily, but there is a conversation or some communication coming in that I see as very healing. And it's going to allow you to kind of let go of some things you've been holding on to in your head, or even possibly share some secrets. So I'm seeing a very healing conversation on Friday specifically. It might be during a walk, okay? You might be going for a walk with someone, or it could just be saying like, Friday's a good day to get outside, clear your head, go for a walk. Maybe a walk on the beach. You've got a couple beach references. You've got like the little life tube. I don't know what it's called. You've got this starfish and the world card with the beach. The world card though is a card of successful completion. It's a card of endings bringing new beginnings, okay? So this could be a card of like just something getting like wrapped up successfully. I remember one description of the world card as like hosting a lovely dinner, having friends and family over, having a great meal, an awesome night, and then that feeling at the end of the night of like, yeah, that was a great night. That went great. Like that kind of feeling. So there's something successfully completing. It could be this work. Like some of you are wrapping up a big project or some work, and there's a feeling on Friday of like, yes, I did that. That's really great. So this ending is bringing new beginnings. So something is going to go really well. And of course, the world with the kite card could also have to do with vacation. Okay, so some of you are literally traveling this week. Because this is a card of endings leading to new beginnings, you do have a choice possibly coming up in the weekend, okay? You've got the Lover's card, you've got this little signs. It says success, money, happiness. So there could be a choice to be made as well Friday. You've also got the popcorn. This can bring in fresh new energy. This can bring in excitement. It's kind of like my Eight of Wands charm actually. But it can also really represent like going to the movies, okay? So Friday, you might be going to a movie or something like that, or a show or something entertaining could be happening. On to Saturday, you've got the Four of Pentacles. I think with this money coming in, and this money could also be linked to a creative idea, okay? You could be getting a creative idea for a venture that could bring in money. I think that whatever this money is, you're thinking about how to best spend it or like how you might want to save for it, okay? I was getting with the Two of Pentacles on the bottom, you're like trying to manage this money. So you could be trying to say, okay, look, I'm going to put $100 of this in my vacation fund and I'm going to use the rest for bills this week or, you know, something like that. But I'm seeing you kind of being very thoughtful about how you spend this money or spending in general. There's also something you're feeling kind of guarded a little bit Saturday for some reason, okay? Saturday might just be the type of day, like something might happen that kind of makes you just sort of retreat inwards a little bit, but you're feeling sort of self-sufficient in a way, I guess. You're kind of wanting to keep to yourself, but there's a suspicious sort of energy that I'm picking up on. It's a little bit tense. I tend to get attention with the Four of Pentacles. You might feel like anyone offering you help has an ulterior motive or something like that. So obviously do what feels right for you, but what I'm getting on the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is there's something to be said about opening up, okay? You could find some support coming in for you, okay? Like I feel like you're very, I feel like you don't open up easily, okay? You're trusting yourself, like you're someone who can be trusted, but you tend to maybe have a hard time opening up fully. So I'm seeing like around Friday, Saturday, an opportunity to kind of open up and share something or break through in communication. And then on Sunday, you've got the Lover's card, okay? So this could represent a choice. I'm seeing that in the weekend. So there could be a choice to be made. This is like big life decisions, but this is also a card of partnerships. This could be a card because you have the coffee cup of getting closer with someone. Maybe you're going to have coffee with someone or just having a great chat with someone. This could be like a date, a coffee date or something like this. But yeah, like I said, it can have to do with choices. It could be a relationship going to the next level. This could be a feeling of just closeness. This could be a feeling of problems getting resolved as well. But yeah, I'm seeing a closeness with someone. So Sunday might be a day to like think of that person you want to connect with and reach out, okay? Plan something for Sunday, maybe go for coffee or something like that. You're getting a few suggestions like go for a walk. Like I said earlier, there's going to be a very healing discussion or conversation, but it's okay to open up is what I'm getting to tell you, because it actually might bring you and a person closer, whether it be a friend or a potential like love partner or something like that. But yeah, group one this week looks great. Like I said, starting off the week, a good week to get things organized, tidy, set out. Clearing out some clutter could be a focus this week. Letting go of old things, whether it's sentimental or not. It could just be like, okay, I've got too many pairs of shoes. I'm going to try and get rid of 4 pairs. Or I've got like this closet that I'm just shoving things in and I don't know where anything is. So I'm going to take everything out, clear out the clutter and organize. I'm going to clear out my fridge. I'm going to clear out expired food out of the cupboards. Let's clear out the garage so we can like get all of our pool toys out. Like I could go on for like 8 hours talking about different things you could declutter. I love decluttering. I love organizing. I'm not very good at it, but I like doing it for other people. But yeah, something like that. Possible vacation or vacation plans this week, time off. You're getting closure from something this week, or something is like done, completed this week. It's over, but it's opening you up to all these new possibilities and excitement and possibly new ways of making money. New money could be coming to you from selling things as well, which is what we kind of touched on earlier. But yeah, that's a little recap. Let me know what you think, Group 1. We will see you next week. Group 2, if you chose the Jade Crystal, number 27, then this is your messages for the week ahead. So we are going to see what is in store for you this week. I'm going to pull some tarot, some oracle. For our special guest oracles today, we're sticking with the crystal theme because I'm featuring the Otter Spirit jewelry. We've got the Crystal Spirits Oracle, and we are also pulling from the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. So the Crystal Spirits Oracle is the one that we had on top of the decks today, or the piles. All right, so let's see what the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck says for us today. Take pleasure in the things you do with Sunstone. Okay, so let's get some tea leaf cards. Group 2, what's in store for Group 2 this week? Oh no. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to reach that. Okay, I've got my broom. I'm going to get it. I'm going to sweep it over here. And then I'm going to pick it up with my feet. My chair that I sit in is very comfy, but like it's right next to my tripod and it's too big to kind of move, so I had to get creative there. Okay, you got the handshake and now it's kind of bent. So handshake. So this week, a meeting with a stranger could be important. And because it flew across the room, I'm getting to like not overlook its potential, okay? Because it's going to happen fast. It may seem kind of, another one flew out. Look at that. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Okay, so, and this could be happening at a party. Okay, let me get comfy here. And we'll get your tarot in just a second, but I just want to look at these. Okay, so yeah, there's something about this meeting, this encounter, this introduction happening pretty fast. And in the moment, it might kind of seem, like it's not really a big deal. But this could be someone that's playing a larger role in your life into the future, okay? So a meeting with a stranger could be important. This could be just someone you're just being introduced to this week, but could eventually become like a main character in the coming weeks to months. I do think it's going to happen kind of fast. It could just be like an initial meeting, a quick introduction or something like that. So yeah, handshake, a meeting with a stranger this week could be important, okay? And because I had to go seek out that card, it could be saying like you might have to go out of your way to introduce yourself to this person, okay? If it's not the first kind of interpretation I got, it could be that you might have to seek this person out. Meaning, so let's just say you're at a party and this person works at this location you've always wanted to work at. That's kind of an example I use a lot for this card. It could be like, hey, it's so great to meet you. Like, I've always wanted to get into your field of work. Like, I'd love to meet up sometime for coffee. Like, that's just one example. It doesn't even have to be that extreme. There's something about like going out of your way to introduce yourself to this person. Could be sending them a message. Even if you meet them, maybe like sending them a message or an email later. Hey, it was great to meet you. Something like that. It could be romantic. It could have to do with business. It could have to do with work. It could have to do with a personal goal. Yeah, don't underestimate this meeting, and you might have to seek this person out. You've got the fan card, so there could be a party or celebration this week that you're invited to, something kind of fun. And you've got the golden egg. So you've got success assured with good plans and hard work. And I'm seeing you enjoying whatever it is that you're doing this week. I'm actually seeing you're taking great pleasure in it, or it's like, it's actually really fun. There's a little bit of a feeling with romance and take pleasure in the things you do about like romanticizing your life a little bit. I used the term main character earlier, and now I'm getting like main character energy for you. So like, you know, going to a cafe to sit and enjoy a cappuccino and a cinnamon bun, going to a bookstore and stopping for lunch, picking out an outfit that makes you feel really good, getting your hair done. Like, there's sort of a feeling of romanticizing your life where you can and taking pleasure in the things that you do, making those things a little extra special. You could do this every day by like just eating your meal off of like a really pretty plate rather than out of the takeout container. You know what I mean? Like going above and beyond for yourself, just purely for the pleasure and enjoyment of it. You know, maybe you're putting like really soft sheets on your bed and making your bed all fresh, right? And then like, I don't know, ultimate combo is like when I shave my legs, have fresh sheets on the bed, get out of the shower, you know, put some fresh pajamas on, get in that fresh bed. It's like, oh, put on a nice show, put on some Netflix, maybe a little snack, a bowl of ice cream. That's what this is talking about, right? It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to even be expensive, just something you're kind of going that little extra mile to make the ordinary a little more special this week. Okay, so let's get your tarot. Weekly reminder, have fun with these readings. If you get a challenging card, it does not mean you're going to have a bad week. For example, group 1 had the 10 of Swords pretty much right away, and overall their week looked fantastic. So just keep that in mind, okay? So let's start with Monday. You've got the 3 of Pentacles. Tuesday, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so starting off with strong Pentacles energy. Wednesday, 8 of Wands. I'd almost be willing to guess that this is the day where you're meeting this stranger. Okay, it's going to happen kind of fast. 2 of Pentacles, Thursday. Friday, 7 of Cups. Saturday, the Chariot. Sunday, closing off the week with the Tower. Whoa. All right, so let's get a clarifier for that Tower. What's this massive change? The Emperor. Wow. I want to get there. I'll get there in a second, but it's an interesting card because I'll just show you now. The Tower, look at the witch is smiling. First of all, the wand has like sparkles coming out of it. They have just torn down this tower. And because we have the Emperor as clarification for like, what is this change? I just wanted to kind of know, what is this change? This seems to be a change that like you're bringing in, okay? Or you're in it's kind of like, okay, I'm just getting controlled because the Emperor is all about control, and then demolition. You know, when there's something that needs to be torn down, but it's done so in a way that's controlled and monitored and safe, and it's there to like rebuild. Because didn't you have, okay, when I was shuffling, I saw the Tower card at the bottom. I don't know if you were able to see it. We didn't get it, but it was solid foundation. So something you're like, yeah, I'm getting controlled demolition. So you're starting something over or tearing something down, obviously symbolically, but you're like restarting something or starting fresh with something, creating a massive change in your life, okay? This is like coming through as like rebranding almost, or just a massive change that you're putting into action, but you're quite in control of this, okay? So anyways, we will get there. That's some big energy to finish off the week. But yeah, I'm excited to see what charms we get. So let's get your charms, group 2, and then we'll dive into the days. Okay. Whoa, lots of people coming up around the weekend. Look at this. You've got Capricorn, Sagittarius, a Cancer, a Scorpio, and a Virgo. Whoa. So a lot of people kind of involved in this. This could be a big change or structure change at work. All right. Like you could find out about a huge change at work by Sunday or something like that. This is there. Yeah. Okay. Let's start Monday. I'm so pulled to the weekend because I'm so curious about that, but we'll start out Monday. Okay, so Monday you've got the whistle, you've got the message in a bottle, you've got the popcorn, you've got the light bulb, and you've got the 3 of Pentacles. So I like this with the egg, good plans, success assured with good plans and hard work. So Monday, and actually with the handshake, this is a good day for collaboration, teamwork. This is a good day to like have a very, I'm getting can-do attitude about a plan going forward or something possibly you're trying to build. In fact, again, not to skip ahead, but it's almost like these 3 people are trying to kind of figure out how to make this big change a success, okay? So success assured with good plans and hard work. Yeah, I feel like you are like on the verge of a completely new beginning and a massive change in your life that you're putting into action, okay? This is something I feel like you're confident will be a success. I feel like you are ultimately looking forward to it, but you know it's like a really big change. This could be moving, this could be like just a big, I'm getting structural. I keep getting things about structures and things like that. So something really big about your life that you're changing or you know is about to change. This is a card of building and I'm getting problem solving, strategizing. You've got like the blueprints, you've got things kind of mapped out, you're figuring things out. You're getting feedback, you're giving feedback, so good day to kind of work with others. You might get a really good idea that day too that you're sort of trying to work out. You've got message in a bottle, okay? So some messages could be floating in or information could be floating in. Popcorn could be similar to the 8 of Wands that we see on Wednesday, just a feeling of energy, like an energetic, sort of active energy that day, like you're ready to kind of just get things done, right? You've got I kept getting something about a very can-do attitude that day. So Monday, you're starting off the week with a lot of energy, a lot of, okay, let's figure this out. Lots of bright ideas, lots of problem solving. So it's not the kind of day where like a problem pops up. You're like, okay, let's forget the whole thing. It's like, no, let's figure this out. Let's work with this. So it's dynamic and it's like flexible and I'm getting something about like moment to moment. Yeah, I actually really like the energy Monday. You could be pausing to also troubleshoot or figure something out as well. Or something could be kind of brought to your attention with the whistle. On to Tuesday, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, you've got the hand. This is definitely making me think of like an offer. You've got XOXO, you've got heads up, you've got heads up is interesting over the hot air balloon. The hot air balloon in one of my decks has to do with fun. It can also have to do with perspective, but it's interesting to have heads up with the hot air balloon because you're looking up at something or you're paying attention to something or something pretty spectacular that you're noticing on Tuesday. Okay, it could be, again, an opportunity or something like that, an opportunity to rise, I'm getting. So pay attention, heads up, pay attention. There's an opportunity coming in Monday or an offer. Some of you are getting a job offer, and we can't ignore handshake with the little hand. So this is a good connection that maybe Tuesday there's going to be a meeting with a stranger. It could be like an interview or something like that. But someone you're shaking hands with or meeting or being introduced to could lead to some financial success or a job or something like that. You've got XOXO, so that's kind of connecting, like there's an emotional element to maybe like why you're meeting, who's introducing you. It could also just be a very loving energy that day, not even connected necessarily to the handshake card. It could be more connected to the fan card. There could be like some texts or like a message that you're getting, hugs and kisses, kind of flirty sort of message. I'm getting something about a letter or something like that. But yeah, heads up with the balloon is really interesting, the hot air balloon. Let me know what you get from that because it was like underneath, so heads up. My feeling is like with the 8 of Wands energy and just the energy that I'm picking up from the cards, there's almost like, I can't describe sometimes what it feels like, but every reading carries with it like a different feeling that I get or an energy kind of coming off the board. Yours feels a bit like a whirlwind, okay? but it's almost like everything in your life is getting stirred up and things are changing, and some things are changing permanently and drastically, and other things are just sort of getting cleared out, or I'm getting repositioned. That might be for someone, but things are changing. It seems to be almost like a feeling of like, yeah, there's like chaotic kind of whirlwind, drastic change energy and like the winds of change coming in this week, but it's kind of landing you in like the right place. Does that make sense? Like that's my feeling. Let's look closer at Wednesday. You've got Aquarius. So yeah, you've got Aquarius. Oh, okay. Look at this. Yeah. You've got like so many people being brought up today. So it could be like a social week. There could be a lot of people in your realm this week or in your close vicinity that you're dealing with, whether it's professional or personal. And I do feel like this tower is affecting multiple people. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that many sign charms landing in one area ever. So this drastic change, it's not just like directly at you, okay? So if that helps clear up what this might be, it's not like just happening with you. It's a change that's affecting like lots of people. A lot of people are kind of like buckling up for this change or preparing for this change. And I'm seeing with open, like you're open to the change. Like, because again, like the tower is uncomfortable as it is, and I've grown to appreciate the tower more. It's usually changing something that wasn't really built on a very sturdy foundation anyways. And a lot of times it's those changes that we want to make deep down, but the universe kind of sees, okay, they're not doing it. I'm just gonna do it for them. So not all the time. Obviously the tower can have very, serious feelings along with it, right? Because it is, it can represent like upheaval and just like drastic, unexpected changes. There's no question, right? Like that's just the reality of it. But a lot of times it can indicate like epiphanies or massive moments of insight or, breakthroughs even. There could be a massive breakthrough. But yeah, I see that you're open to the changes this week. You've got an Aquarius, you've got the little cactus, you've got the hockey player. Interesting. The microscope and the spilt milk. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, so there's an Aquarius in your life. They might themselves be defensive and closed off, or you could be towards them. So I'm seeing this person might open up a little bit. That's coming through, okay? I don't know who this is. Think of an Aquarius in your life. You might get a little closer look as to like what really was going on, or better insight as to like what the real issue was, because I think they've been closed off or possibly defensive. So I feel like this person's like opening up. That's what I'm getting from this situation. Things, again, Wednesday might feel very unexpected, very unpredictable. I'm getting, if you can be open and flexible to these changes, it's going to go fine, right? So this is a good day to be adaptable. Things are going to kind of happen unexpectedly, or just be open to how things can kind of change drastically. Nothing's set in stone on Wednesday, okay? Like nothing's written in stone. Things are very open to change and shifting rather drastically and pretty quickly and out of nowhere. So Wednesday, if you've got firm plans on Wednesday, just know that like things could change quickly. Things could get moved. Things could get canceled. Things could get shifted, rearranged. Wednesday, nothing is like really concrete, okay? Just know that, and I think things could go really great. What I'm getting to is like minor inconveniences could happen Wednesday. Try not to sweat it. I know it's easier said than done, especially when things kind of like stack up. But it could be a day where like mishaps happen, misunderstandings could happen that day. Try to see the big picture and not focus or dwell too much on those little things. It's going to work itself out. So I guess the best advice for Wednesday is be adaptable. Midweek could kind of come with like a bit of a whirlwind energy, but I'm seeing Thursday you're sort of regaining your balance. Thursday, we don't really have much other than that, actually. You've got maybe, again, a feeling of busyness all across the week. There's no question. So Two of Pentacles, it could be a day where you're trying to regain your balance on Thursday. You could have a lot to juggle, kind of spilling over from the next or the previous day, I should say. So there could be a lot to kind of like finish up or complete that spilled over from Wednesday that you weren't able to get to. So just do your best. That's always my advice with the Two of Pentacles. Do your best. You're doing a great job. Try not to like overwhelm yourself with too much more. If you're already overwhelmed, it's not the time to add on like any more obligations or commitments. You've got the Parrot, I'm getting there's something you don't really want to get in the middle of in regards to gossip or something happening possibly with one of these people. I would try to strike a balance with the situation and not, I'm getting to tell you, like, it's going to work itself out. Like there's oh, okay. You might be hearing like two sides to something. You might be hearing two sides to a story on Thursday. Could also be saying like communication is key on Thursday in order to solve problems. So yeah, communication could be key, but usually with the parrot, I get something about like caution with gossip or just letting you know gossip could be coming in. But I'm getting with the Two of Pentacles, it's like you're sort of getting two different sides to something. So that might be coming in Thursday. Moving on to Friday, you've got more Emperor energy. You've got a 4. Friday, you've also got the gumball machine, the 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is telling me that there's a little bit of confusion coming in Friday, or a feeling of like, look at all the options, look at all of these ideas, look at all of the potential that I have. What do I do? What do I focus on? What do I choose? I'm feeling hesitant. I'm feeling unsure. I'm kind of questioning myself. Like, go with your instinct on this one. Like, this has the potential to cause you to overthink. So yeah, I would say just go with your instinct, trust yourself to make the right decision. Really quick, something came in from earlier. So success assured with good plans and hard work. I'm getting to have plan A, plan B, plan C. Because this week is bringing with it so much potential for like ups and downs a little bit, and like uncertainty and unpredictability, I guess is the best word. It's good to have plan A, plan B, plan C, okay? Like have plans preparing for possible eventualities that may not be maybe your first choice, but like you've planned for it, right? That's what I'm seeing. You're staying steady and sturdy through it because you trust that you can handle it. Change actually isn't intimidating to you this week. That's what I'm seeing. It's not intimidating to you. It's actually something that you're working with. You're working very well with these energies of change. It's not intimidating to you. It seems like, if anything, you're kind of welcoming it and you're excited about rebuilding. You're excited about something new that's going to come in its place, but it's going to require you to kind of like stay steady, right? Stay steady, stay grounded throughout all of these changes. You've got the gumball machine Friday. This can be like a reward, okay? So something you've put time, energy, or effort into could be coming back to you. Could even be something about like overthinking something you don't really have much control over too. It's like you're staring at this gumball machine being like, okay, I think I want the red one. No, wait, the yellow one. Then you put your quarter in. You're going to pretty much get what you get. So I'm getting like with the open, like be open to what you receive this week, okay? You've got 4 o'clock Friday could be important. You've also got Aries energy, Emperor energy coming in Friday as well. On to Saturday, you've got the Little Mermaid, you've got Sagittarius, Passport, you've got the School Bus, you've got the Chariot. So potential themes around travel with the Passport and the Chariot, okay? You could be traveling or planning for travel, possibly getting some plans in order for travel, okay? So like things like documentation, passport, flights booked, things like that. You've got the little school bus. There could be something that you're learning. There could be like progress you're making with something that you're learning, right? You might see a lot of progress or movement. It could be like learning an instrument or learning a language, a book that you're reading, something you're trying to teach yourself, or a course that you're taking. You could see a lot of progress with something on Saturday. Getting something about like graduations, maybe just because it's like graduation time right now. That could be why. You've got the Mermaid. Okay, so this is like listening to your intuition, being very tuned into your intuition. This could be in regards to a choice as well, okay? Similar to Friday, Saturday, you could feel maybe more confident about a direction that you're choosing to go, okay? You do have elements of choice. Maybe you're like even trying to determine like what area of education you want to take. That could apply to a few people, like, okay, do I want to study this or this? So there could be a choice in regards to that. There's lots of potential. It's just a matter of like, okay, what direction do I want to go with this? And then finally, we get to Sunday, which I've been so curious about. Okay, so again, we've got all of the signs on the board. We've got Aquarius, Virgo, Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. So like I said, I do feel like this change is affecting a lot of people. It could be a massive change at work that you're kind of hearing about. It could be a massive change that you're making with a lot of people, okay? But yeah, like I said earlier, I was getting something about controlled or planned demolition, not literally, but more so symbolically of like, okay, I need to start this over. Or we're rebuilding. We need to we need to tear out this old thing so that we can rebuild something new. This is going to be a huge improvement. It's going to be messy. It's going to require a lot of change and a lot of planning and hard work, but it can be done. Yeah, I think you're getting prepared for a pretty big and exciting change is my feeling. And this is, remember when I was pointing out, the Lover's card. I was pointing out her wand, how it's like sparkling. So it's like, yeah, you've made this change. Like I said, I'm trying to kind of reframe my view of the Tower card. I don't panic when I get it anymore because I've lived through so many Tower moments that I know sometimes it's restructuring. Sometimes it's like insight into, okay, what do I need to do? Other times, yeah, it's unexpected change, but this just feels very much like it's something that you're doing that you're going to rebuild off of. Okay, some of you are literally like maybe moving or something like that. That maybe is why it's affecting multiple people. Someone could be moving. You've got the birdhouse, or there could be something like requiring a temporary stay with like a relative or something. Or it could involve someone moving or someone visiting, even possibly. Really quick before we wrap up, revisiting your tea leaf cards, you've got the Fan, so potential for like a party this week or a celebration, some romance, we've got some flirtatious messages on Tuesday possibly. Overall this week, you've got this optimistic kind of mindset with the Sunstone, and I'm seeing you enjoying yourself this week despite the unpredictability. I'm seeing that you're very open to it, and you've got a very like problem-solving, optimistic sort of mind frame this week. Meeting with a stranger, so go out of your way to make that meeting if you have to. If there's someone you want to introduce yourself to or ask a question to, reach out to, this is a good week to do that. And I was getting like success is assured with good plans and hard work, so it could be necessary to have plan A, have plan B, have plan C. Yeah, you've got this. You've got this. Stay sturdy. This week, again, maybe a bit of a whirlwind, but it's bringing in so much exciting change and just like new things for you. So yeah, enjoy the ride, group 2. We will see you next week. 3, if you chose the rose quartz crystal. This crystal is very associated with love. Self-love is often what I think about. But yeah, we are going to see what is in store for you this week. We are working with crystal decks today. The one that you chose from is from the Crystal Spirits Oracle, but the one we're pulling cards from today is the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. So let's dive in. Let's see what's in store for you this week. We're going to get you 7 tarot cards and some oracle cards to see what might be happening this week. You've got Start Fresh. Start fresh. All right, let's get some tea leaf cards. Group 3. What's going on for group 3 this week? What's happening for group 3? Triumph over troubles and obstacles. Group 3. What's happening for group 3 this week? Time to go out and have some fun. Oh, I love that. All right, so group 3. Let's just look at this really quickly. I'll get you your tarot in a second. So my feeling is triumph over troubles and obstacles. There's something you're overcoming this week, okay? You've come to the end of an obstacle, and now it's a fresh start, okay? So this is bringing in definitely a sense of like lightness and a fresh energy that's allowing you to kind of relax a little bit with the grapes. Like this is time to go out and have some fun. So it's definitely like maybe something that's been a long journey. Okay. It could even be something like, I know a lot of people graduated. It could have something to do with graduations. But yeah, something that it's been a long journey. Okay. Or you've been trying to figure out a particular obstacle. You've finally worked it out, or it's finally come to the end of this obstacle, and now you can kind of just start fresh. So it's bringing in this feeling of lightness, of something that was like heavy and difficult to deal with, and this is making you feel a little bit more carefree. So let's see what your tarot has to add. And just a quick little reminder, I say it every week, but have fun with the tarot cards. If you get a challenging card, it absolutely does not mean you're going to have a bad day. Of course, every week comes with its ups and downs and its challenges, but don't set yourself up for a bad day just because you get a challenging card on one day. We're just looking at the energies that might, pop up throughout the days and how to navigate them. So let's see what we get for this week's cards. We'll get you some charms as well. So Monday, 9 of Cups. Tuesday, 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Wednesday, you've got the Page of Wands. Tuesday, you've got the Chariot. Friday, Four of Pentacles. Saturday, Queen of Cups. Sunday, King of Swords. Okay. All right. Let's get some charms. Definitely a gentler energy, even just the way I felt the need to cast those charms. There's like a softness to this week. There could be like an invitation obviously coming in this week, okay, or something fun that someone reaches out to you to go do, okay, something fun coming up. I would say go, okay, if an opportunity to go out and have some fun comes up and just sort of let off some steam and relax and do something just for the fun of it, go, okay? I'm honestly getting go. You know, you might be craving rest this week, okay? So of course, do what your body's telling you to do, but this itself could actually be quite restful and sort of reset the energy, because this week definitely feels like a reset for you in some way with Start Fresh. Let's actually read that. I don't even think I read it for group 2, but let's read it for you. Okay, so it's time to start fresh. Close the door behind you so you can move forward and open a new one. Every day is a blank canvas, an opportunity to boldly go after the things in life you want and leave behind anything you don't. You do not need to settle for the status quo or accept what already is. You have the power to change your life and do things differently every day. It's time to live by the out with the old, in with the new and beautiful mentality. What areas of your life are calling for a fresh start? What can you say goodbye to, and what can you welcome into your life? Okay, so, I just got something else. Some of you, like, this triumph over troubles and obstacles might be an obstacle or trouble you've decided to walk away from completely, right? Like, you might have a different perspective now, or you've looked at something from a different angle and realized, okay, this isn't worth the difficulty or the stress that I'm dealing with because of it. Okay, so part of this Start Fresh might be, okay, I'm not going to try and figure out this trouble or this obstacle. Some of you are overcoming it, meaning something's getting completed or something's come to an end of a phase. But for some of you, it's literally walking away or starting fresh from something that's just not worth the energy that it's draining from you. So you'll have to determine what that is, if it fits for you. Yeah, there's definitely, like, you're craving lightness and softness and fun and laughter and good food and good music and a funny movie and that kind of thing. Like, your friends, your family, a good book, a nice drive out somewhere, yard sales, thrift stores, window shopping. That's the kind of thing, okay? Travel maybe. Like, this is a week to, like, go out and have some fun. Do what's going to feel good this week, okay? Now let's start with Monday. You've got the Hand, you've got the Scissors, and you've got the Nine of Cups. Okay. So sometimes things will pop in, and with the Rose Quartz being so connected to self-care, I'm getting something about, like, maybe a manicure or a haircut that day. With the Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, maybe that's something that you're doing with the Grapes card, just sort of going out and having some fun. Let's see if there's is there grapes on this? There's wine, but some of the cards have, like, food on them. So I was just curious if I saw any grapes, just to connect, but no, there's wine though. So maybe that's what it is. But yeah, I'm seeing you very focused on doing things that are very fulfilling and nurturing for yourself. You've got the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is a wish fulfillment card. This is just a feeling of feeling content, feeling fulfilled with something. There's a calmness. And you know what's funny, actually? You know how I said, like, you might just be walking away from the troubles and obstacles because there's still some drama kind of happening on the side here, but this witch is not even paying attention to it. So yeah, for some of you, this is more so about a situation where you're like, you know what, this is not I don't need to be so invested into this problem. So I'm walking away from it. It's causing more grief for me than it is joy at this point. So I'm going to walk away and start fresh. So obviously that could be little things this week. Every week doesn't always have to be talking about huge life-changing things, right? Sometimes the tarot just talks about, like, little things that might happen throughout the week, especially with a weekly reading. Like, a lot of these readings are a little bit more practical in the sense of, like, they're talking about little things, little events that might pop up throughout the week, different things to pay attention to. So this doesn't have to be life-altering. It could be, like, a problem or obstacle or something that's been bothering you within a relationship, and you're like, you know what? I need to take some space from this right now. But overall, like I said, there's definitely a feeling of starting fresh this week, hitting the reset button, and just kind of pivoting your attention towards things that are fun, carefree, lighthearted, enjoyable for you to sort of reset that energy. This could also talk about someone reaching out possibly, but I'm getting something about like self-care, like hands and your hair or something like that. So obviously that won't apply to everyone. If you're not interested in doing that, definitely that's okay. This could also talk about like release. Okay, so scissors can talk about like energetically cutting some sort of connection that's been draining. So again, you could be releasing or cutting something out of your life. I'm particularly drawn to the grapes card early in the week because I think that there's going to be opportunity to do things that are really fun. I'm seeing like friends getting together. I'm seeing laughter. I'm seeing emotional fulfillment. So I do feel like, I mean, I'm definitely seeing signs of it all across the board, but there's definitely an emphasis that I'm feeling drawn to Monday, Tuesday, around there, opportunity to do things that are fun and kind of just enjoyable. Nine of Pentacles, same kind of thing, right? This is a card of treating yourself. This is a card of taking good care of yourself. It's a card of enjoying your hard work, your effort, seeing those rewards coming in and feeling proud of yourself. This is definitely a day where I feel like you're having some fun. You might be treating yourself to something, enjoying something a little extra, like treating yourself to something sort of you view as extra special or a little bit of like a luxury. Okay, so that could definitely be what it is. But yeah, you're feeling also very independent that day too. I'm almost seeing you like going to a movie on your own or like doing something fun even with yourself. It doesn't always have to be with other people, right? Maybe you're like going for a nice walk to get coffee and picking yourself up a nice book that you want to read or something like that. Going window shopping, like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. You've got the fox, you've got there's definitely an independence or sort of a feeling of like feeling very self-sufficient that day. You might just literally be sort of reviewing your finances or something to do with work and feeling in a really good position that way, or feeling like, okay, yeah, I'm doing well, my business is doing well, or my savings for this account for this trip I want to take is doing really well. Lots of different possibilities, but overall it's just a feeling of I feel secure, I feel very independent, I feel like I've made the right moves with something. I'm going to treat myself to this. I'm taking good care of myself. So a lot of self-care I'm seeing. You've got the stars. This can be a charm of inspiration, a charm of hope, healing, improvements. You've got the popcorn. Maybe you are going to see a movie or something on your own. This can also talk about just a nice, fun energy, energetic, like an increase or something happening kind of excitingly or rapidly. You've got the Ace of Swords. This can talk about communication or some sort of breakthrough or an idea possibly. You could be feeling particularly inspired that day as well. You could be getting some really good ideas and you're kind of keeping them to yourself. So I'm seeing a little bit of like secrecy, or I don't even want to say secrecy, but more like independence. Like you're working on something kind of privately and it's just for you. It's just for you. On to Wednesday. It's funny because group 1 had like clear the clutter and it was a lot about like cleaning, and you've got the broom. So with Start Fresh, maybe you're also in that energy. Maybe there's like a collective kind of surge of wanting to clean this week. You've got the hand with the bow right on top of it. So that's coming through as like a gift. Page of Wands could definitely be like an exciting message. So there could be a gift coming in or something that you view as an opportunity or a gift, or someone giving something to you, contacting you to give you something. You could also be gifting someone else something as well. You've got the mask. This is adding a little bit of mystery to it. So it could be connecting to what we were talking about the day before, like keeping something like a creative plan or something to yourself, an idea, creative idea. This definitely does feel connected. So yeah, I would say this week, if you have any creative ideas or inspiration, I would keep it kind of to yourself for right now, okay? Because you're just starting fresh with this. It's still so new. Give it some time. Give this idea some time. I wouldn't tell the whole world what this idea is. But yeah, there could be like a gift or surprise coming in that day. The broom, like I said, freshening the energy. I love that with Start Fresh. And Page of Wands is sort of a fresh start, right? It's a feeling of enthusiasm and excitement about what's ahead. It's new endeavors, it's new interests, new passions. In general, I feel like you might be craving some excitement or craving something new this week. So I would say explore that, whatever that is, explore that. There could be something that's sort of like even mysterious or interesting to you that you feel is worth exploring. It's just sort of unfamiliar and new. And this could also, like I think I mentioned, but this could indicate exciting news or someone reaching out with sort of a fun message. On to Thursday. You've got the phone. Yeah. Be generous and the favor will be returned. So interesting, because the day before we had the hand with the bow, so it was like a gift. So maybe, again, you're getting a gift or someone's extending some generosity to you based on something that you did that was maybe nice for them. And that's probably not why you did it, but it's happening anyway. So be generous and the favor will be returned. So 7, 16, 23, 36, 37, 38 could be relevant numbers or maybe some lucky numbers this week. But yeah, someone's being generous to you, or it could even be saying like this week, if you have the opportunity to do something nice for someone, this good energy could come back to you. Like I said, it's not why you're doing it, but it's just going to maybe just be a bonus. You've definitely got like communication coming in or a message coming in with Page of Wands and the phone. Expect some sort of contact. It seems exciting. It seems fun. Maybe something like good news or an invitation to go out and have some fun. It could happen kind of spontaneously, and it could be sort of impromptu or unexpected. On Thursday, you've got the Chariot. There could be some travel if this is more literal. This could be in connection to some sort of decision. You've got the little Lantern, which is like the Hermit card to me. I keep getting like very independent energy this week. You know what's funny is, yeah, the more I look, the more I see it. It's very much about pouring into yourself. It's not that you're not spending time with people this week, because this could very well involve other people, but I'm getting a very, like, you've got Hermit energy. I'm seeing lots of independence on the board. And it's, again, not about like shutting people out. It's more so just going inward and like focusing on yourself this week. It's actually quite lovely. You've got definitely feelings of success connected to some sort of goal. This is making me think of a goal, reaching some sort of goal. So the Chariot, you're on the road to success. Something is making progress, or you're seeing movement with something on Thursday. You could also be reaching some sort of goal. And I always notice this illustration because it's making me think of a decision. So it's saying going inward could be the answer to your decision. Like, trust your gut, trust your instinct. Only you can determine what direction is best for you. You're behind the wheel. So again, like, I wouldn't rely on other people to make this decision for you. It's going to really be up to you. Okay, on to Friday. You've got the stop sign and this charm, which is so funny because this landed out together in a different group. So the stop sign, and this is like 10 of Wands to me. So some work could be kind of coming to a pause on Friday. We've got 4 of Pentacles as well. So 4 of Pentacles could represent a desire to save or protect something. You could be feeling a little bit possessive over something. Because we have the message about be generous and the favor will be returned, there could be something about not keeping everything to yourself, letting you know that like there's plenty more to come. You don't have to feel like, okay, this is all I'm going to have with something. So there's more coming. So that could be why we're getting that, because the 4 of Pentacles tends to be possessive or like very clings to something, right? It's like they don't want to let it go. So that could definitely be the case. Or it could just be a feeling too of like, okay, this is a success. I've worked hard for this and now I want to protect it. So you could even be like focusing on like budgeting or finances a little bit that day. It's a bit extreme, okay? So sometimes the 4 of Pentacles will come in to tell us, okay, time to rein it in, time to save. And other times it's like, okay, are you even having fun? So determine what it is for you, but it could be saying like Friday, it's okay to like stop for a second and enjoy yourself. And maybe it's not horrible to like treat yourself to something, or like, for example, I just bought a ticket to something. Like, I'm really trying to budget right now. And yeah, I'm in like a different financial situation now. I'm on my own, and I've talked about it before, but I'm trying to like heal my relationship with money and all of that. So I tend to kind of get in this frame of mind where it's like, no, I can't spend anything. I have to pay this debt off, or I have to do this. So this week, actually, I just bought a ticket to something my friends were doing. It's purely just going to be fun. It's just like this event. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. So flexibility is always a reminder with the Four of Pentacles because it tends to be very this or that. It's tense and it's sometimes restricts fun, you know, depending on the scenario. So just keep that in mind. There's some sort of like outpouring of emotion happening on the weekend, okay? So I'm getting like an emotional release with this bucket, like an emotional release with the Queen of Cups. This could be from going out and having some fun. It could just be like, oh, okay, I needed that. I really, really needed that time. You've got the shoe. This could be like finding the right fit with something. I like that actually with the key. Yeah, something about finding the right match. It could literally mean too, though, that you're getting new shoes or something like that, right? Sometimes the charms are literal, so I always like to remind people, like, have fun with it. Certain charms may resonate for you. You're kind of secretive this week, though. Like, I don't know, it's so interesting. Because I keep getting this feeling of, like, feeling so self-sufficient and kind of to yourself a little bit. Not antisocial, but just sort of mysterious, maybe is the right word. So yeah, this could also be kind of echoing that with the lock. Like there could be something about you're holding a secret. Also, someone could be letting a secret or information out on Saturday. It could be you or someone else. The owl can have to do with wisdom or education, knowledge. See what else is coming through. This could also be a day where you're solving a problem because it's making me think of triumph over troubles and obstacles. Like some information could help you solve this problem on the weekend. You also may find that a problem wasn't as big as you thought it was, okay? Because this is like don't cry over spilt milk. So sometimes I think of that as like something that maybe was blown out of proportion or isn't really the biggest problem in the grand scheme of things. So something like that could come in. There could be some like hidden messages in your dreams or your intuition. Like I feel like you're very connected to your dream world on Saturday, okay, with the key. I'm getting hidden messages in some sort of dream. But the Queen of Cups is very loving, very nurturing, both to the people around her, but yourself included. So again, this could be a day to really focus on self-love, getting an emotional release that day, and then also understanding your emotions in regards to something or like having knowledge or understanding about something. Emotional depth is coming through this days. I'm getting the most random things, so I'm just trying to kind of say them all. But yeah, there's like an emotional depth or understanding in regards to something on Saturday. On to Sunday, things shift a little bit. You've got the King of Swords, which is much more analytical and less emotional, obviously, than the Saturday. It's a little bit more factual, logical, and kind of straight to the point in regards to something. Because you have it with the light bulb, I'm getting an intense clarity in regards to something. You could have like the answer or understand something so clearly on Sunday. Like this could be through communication that's coming in or just sort of a realization or something you've studied or looked into, but there's an intense feeling of understanding and clarity or even ideas or how to implement them. I'm getting something about like you're pinpointing something because I always notice how this King of Swords is like literally pointing something out. So something could also be brought to your attention or just very clearly like mapped out or right in front of you. Like the information is in front of you. There's no denying it. Like this is what it is. So yeah, Sunday there's an intense shift into like clarity, maybe coming from an emotional sort of like realization or something like that. Because these two, even though they're not similar in the way that they deal with things, they can complement each other, right? Like this, because I was getting something about an emotional awareness or understanding could kind of the next day bring about this sense of like, okay, this is exactly what I need to do, or this is the clarity. Like I understand what I'm feeling about this, so now I know what to do. So I actually think that these two energies are really complementing each other. It's not clashing. It's like understanding yourself. I hope this is making sense for someone. You've got 2 o'clock on Sunday as well. I love this energy for you, Group 3. This is actually really nice. I'm excited to hear what you think, hear how this resonates. Let me know. Come back next week too to join me again. And yeah, we will see you next week.